Did you know that missing your SNAP benefits renewal could unnecessarily disrupt your entire food budget? Yeah, it actually happens way more often than you'd think, and usually it's just because of a missed deadline or a simple clerical error. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're giving you the ultimate comprehensive guide on exactly how to renew your Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP benefits, online right here in Oregon. Whether it's your very first time navigating this or you've done it 100 times but just want a smoother experience, we've got you covered.
So, could you really lose your SNAP benefits just because of paperwork? The short, unfortunate answer is yes. We all know dealing with state bureaucracy can be incredibly stressful, right? And the stakes are definitely high. If strict state deadlines are missed, or forms go in half-finished, the system automatically halts your benefits. That means a sudden, total stop to your grocery money. I just want to validate that stress right now. It's a whole lot to keep track of. But by knowing exactly what the state wants ahead of time, you can take total control and completely bypass all that anxiety.
10. That is the strict 10-day window you've got to report major life and income changes to the state. If your income crosses a certain threshold, or say your work hours drop, that clock starts ticking immediately. Honestly, building a sense of urgency around these timelines is your absolute best defense. Okay, let's dive in and break these rules down step by step.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, SNAP basics and eligibility. 2. Preparing your renewal documents. 3. Step-by-step online renewal. 4. Navigating changes in interviews. 5. Avoiding common renewal mistakes. And 6. Our final checklist and support.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, SNAP Basics and Eligibility.
Take a look at exactly how eligibility scales with your household size. This table reflects the updated gross monthly income limits for Oregon, which run through February 2027. To qualify, your household's gross income generally needs to sit at or below 130% of the federal poverty level. To put that into perspective, for a single person, that's $2,660 a month. For a family of 4, the cap is $5,500, and for each additional person, just add $947. Keep in mind, things like the value of your house, your car, or whatever money you have sitting in a savings account generally do not count against your SNAP eligibility in Oregon. It really comes down to this monthly income limit.
Now, you might be wondering why we're pushing the online renewal process so heavily today. Well, it turns out an internal budget document from the Oregon Department of Human Services shows that, due to recent state budget reductions, ODHS is implementing 90-day hiring delays across multiple departments. Yes, that includes the self-sufficiency programs that handle SNAP. What does this mean for you? It means some pretty severe administrative bottlenecks. If you mail in physical paperwork, it could literally sit on an empty desk for weeks while the agency struggles with staffing. Going digital through the One system is absolutely the safest, fastest way to skip the mail delays and get your renewal straight into the system.
Moving on to Section 2, preparing your renewal documents.
Before you even think about typing in your password, have these documents physically or digitally ready to go. You really don't want the system timing out on you while you frantically search your house for a piece of paper. You're going to need proof of identity, like a clear photo of your ID. You'll need household info for everyone living and eating with you. Think birthdays and immigration status. Most importantly, you need current proof of income. We're talking recent pay stubs, an employer ledger, or benefit letters. And finally, have your housing and utility costs ready. Gathering all of this up front transforms what could be a stressful hour-long ordeal into a super smooth 10-minute process. Feel free to screenshot this list.
Okay, Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Renewal. Let's actually walk through the portal. The process itself is wonderfully straightforward if you've done your prep. Step 1, log into your 101 account or pull up the Oregon One mobile app. Head straight over to your dashboard. Step 3, select Renew, or if you're just halfway through your year, hit Report a Change. From there, you'll systematically fill in the forms and upload those digital copies we just talked about. And please make sure your photos are actually readable. Submitting blurry abstract art versions of your pay stubs is a massive reason for annoying renewal delays.
Up next, Section 4, Navigating Changes and Interviews. This brilliantly illustrates a distinction that trips up so many people: mandatory versus optional reporting. There are changes you absolutely must report within that 10-day window we mentioned. For example, your income suddenly crossing that 130% threshold, hitting a lottery win over $4,500, or if your mandatory work hours drop below 80 a month. But then, there are changes you should report simply because they help you out. Let's say your rent goes up, or you suddenly get hit with huge new medical or childcare costs. Report those. The state will recalculate your deductions, and you might actually see a nice boost in your grocery budget.
We also need to talk about a massive policy shift that you cannot ignore. During the pandemic, the state waived the mandatory interview requirement for a lot of folks, like older adults or individuals with no work income. While that flexibility is ending, starting June 1st, 2026, mandatory SNAP interviews will return for all households. When you renew, the state is going to schedule a phone call with you to verify your situation. Whatever you do, do not ignore this notice. We do not want anyone losing their benefits simply because they missed a phone call. Go ahead and mark this date on your calendar right now.
All right, let's talk troubleshooting in Section 5, avoiding common renewal mistakes.
When a new renewal gets rejected, it almost always comes down to one of these common triggers. First up, incomplete sections or missing signatures. Make sure you read every single page carefully. Second, simple typos and personal details, like messing up a digit on your social security number. A quick double check here literally saves weeks of stress. Third, assuming the automatic renewal, or ex parte process, will just handle everything for you. Yes, Oregon tries to renew you automatically using state wage databases, but a lot of renewals still require you to step in and actually submit a form. Never assume you're completely safe until you receive that official continuation notice in hand. Lastly, if your case does get closed procedurally because you missed a deadline, don't panic and start a brand new application from scratch. You actually have a 90-day reconsideration window to submit your missing documents and get your case reopened. Use it.
We are in the home stretch. Section 6, Final Checklist and Support.
Consider this your ultimate action list. First, log into One Online today to track your specific renewal deadline. Second, gather your digital copies of identity, income, and housing docs. Third, bypass those painful paper mail delays by submitting everything straight through the One Online portal. Fourth, be totally prepared to complete your mandatory phone interview if your renewal falls after June 1st, 2026. And finally, always remember your ongoing duty to report major income or work changes within 10 days.
Now, if you hit a wall, don't worry, you have lifelines. Keep these numbers handy. For questions about your specific case, call One Customer Service at 800-699-0975. If the website is glitching out or you just can't log in, call One Online Tech Help directly at 833-978-1073. And if you just need general guidance on where to find your local ODHS self-sufficiency branch or you're looking for other community resources, simply dial 211. This help is totally free and widely available across the state.
As always, just a quick professional reminder, while we strive to make this explainer as comprehensive and accurate as possible, the information we've provided here should not substitute professional advice from an actual caseworker. Your household's specific situation might be entirely unique, so always consult local ODHS authorities to confirm current policies. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. Are you fully prepared to secure your family's safety net before your next renewal deadline hits? Remember, knowledge is only power if you actually act on it. Go log into your One account today, check your status, and get those documents ready. If you found this explainer helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more helpful content, and share this with anyone you know who relies on these vital benefits. We also invite you to ask questions or share your own renewal experiences down in the comments. Let's build a community of support to help each other navigate the system. Thanks so much for learning with us today, and we'll see you in the next explainer.